Now we're going to add our property declarations and our synthesize statements. In procedural programming, all that Linux kernel stuff, variables are generally fair game for all. But in object-oriented programming, a class's instance variables are tucked away inside an object and shouldn't be accessed directly. The only way for them to be initialized is for you to create what are called accessor methods. Accessor methods allow the specific instance variable of an object to be read and, if you want, updated. Creating accessor methods is a two-step process. It begins with @property declarations, which tell the compiler that there are accessor methods, and it ends with synthesize statements, which actually creates the accessor methods. And that's what we're about to do. The methods that provide access to the instance variables of an object are called accessor methods. What they do is they get the values for an instance variable using what's called a getter method, and they set the values for an instance variable using what's called a setter method. Now you can code those methods yourself, but it can be rather tedious, and this is where properties come in. The Objective-C declared properties feature provides a simple way to declare and implement an object's accessor methods. The compiler can synthesize these accessor methods according to the way you told it to in the property declaration. Objective-C creates the getter and setter methods for you with these declaration and statements, the @property declarations in the interface file, and the synthesize statements in the implementation file. So now we're going to put those in. As you recall, we had a couple of errors in our My World App Delegate file. Here's one. It says that property following words is not found in the main view controller, and property speed is not found in main view controller. And they're the same errors down here. Property following words not found, property speed not found. So we're going to fix these errors by adding the @property and @synthesize statements. We're going to start with the @property declaration, which would go into main view controller.h. Now, as I said before, you need to use a property declaration and a synthesize statement. You also need to declare the instance variable in the interface file first. And we've already done that with following words and speed. So first we open the main view controller.h file, and we add the following property declarations to the showInfo method. First, @property, we're making a read-write, so it's changeable, double speed. Next, we create a property for the word timer. We type non-atomic, retain. We want to keep it around for a while. That's our NS timer. And then we put in a property statement, non-atomic, also retain. And this is for our string following words. Now in the main view controller.m file, we need to add a few things also. We need to add, first of all, we need to import our constants file that we created before. Constants.h. And that's not all. We want to add our synthesize statements for synthesize speed. Notice that the Xcode editor pretty much knows what we want to do here. Synthesize word timer, because it sees those property declarations in the .header file, and synthesize following words. The synthesize statements for the properties, and of course the import statement for constants.h are very important here. And we also have to comment out the older block of code that we used to assign the following words and speed values directly. Here we find that code, and all we really need to do is comment it out. So we'll use /* start comment return, and then go below speed and put */, and maybe right above that end comment. As you can see, we have commented out the code that initialized the string as peace on earth and the speed is 10, because we are now handling that in our preferences.